Hey, welcome to Live with Lynn. So if you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay so I know you were here. I'm Lynn Huber, and I appreciate you being here. So today I'm going to talk about the Kaizen method for self-improvement. You know, we all know that we need to always be growing, right? And we always want to be working towards our best life. And so for anyone who's embarked on that journey towards self-improvement or personal growth, we know that the better version of yourself seems to lie at the other end of a roller coaster ride. It's always up and down and up and down, right? And so the path to living our best lives and achieving transformation, it's uneven. It seriously is. It's just that's the way it is. Mostly it's uphill. And then often it includes setbacks that leave you questioning whether you should have even started this. And then once you've reached your goals, it's often, of course, very worth the effort. So I was reading an article about the Kaizen method, and I found it really interesting. And so I thought I'd share some of what I got from it with you. So the Kaizen method is an approach to improvement that helps you embrace the marathon that is continuous growth, rather than expecting instant results and gratification. So instead of looking for ways to make it better now, right now, this approach adopts a more realistic strategy that leads to success over time. And that makes sense to me because I understand that my personal journey, my growth journey is a process, right? I'm constantly working to grow because that's part of my life's journey. Hi, Karen. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. So understanding the Kaizen method. So Kaizen is a Japanese word. It comes from two Japanese words, kai, meaning school, and zen, meaning wisdom. And so it translates roughly to good change. And in Japanese, it's a philosophy that helps you organize everything you do. So in short, it means constant, continuous improvement. And it's a mindset that you can apply anywhere, at any job, at any project you're working on, or at any area of your life. You know, the Kaizen method is an approach that focuses on continuous incremental improvement that leads to significant long-term change. It's not about making a radical change. You know, and many people talk about the Kaizen method as being the 1% rule, because instead of trying to make changes in substantial leaps and bounds, you instead focus on doing one small thing every single day that's going to get you closer to your final outcome. This method was developed as a business model, actually, to promote lean manufacturing. It was used in Japan in the Toyota plant, in the auto industry, in the Toyota plant. And it was after World War II that some American companies sent engineers down to Japan to find out what they're doing, why they're doing so much better, right? And so you might have heard this as the Toyota way, because it's famously adopted by Toyota to ensure quality control and achieve transformation within the auto industry in Japan. So the opposite of this approach could be called radical innovation. So that's when a company or a person, tries to make drastic changes very quickly. And yes, there's a time and place for that as well. I mean, sometimes you have to make changes quickly because of what the nature of what it is you're dealing with at that moment. You know, it's like an emergency, or it's like, if you don't make this change right now, you're going to die. Or, I mean, there are times when you need to make a quick change. But anyone who's been on a really strict and limited diet can tell you what happens when you try to change really quickly, right? Change is hard. It's harder to realize. It's much harder, especially if you're doing it quick. So the Kaizen method instead emphasizes a simple philosophy that every day you're focusing on getting just a little bit better than you were the day before in whatever it is that you're trying to change or improve. So the power of this method is that in these small incremental changes, they compound on each other. And they're just minuscule changes in the beginning, but soon they combine with other minor changes to create more significant lasting effects. So while it was originally developed as a business model, the Kaizen method works great with personal development and growth. So the advantage to this kind of improvement is that it gets you off the roller coaster of the ups and downs, usually associated with making changes in your life. And so instead, you can focus on big long-term goals. Instead of focusing on big long-term goals that you're not going to be realizing until way far out in the future, the Kaizen method helps you focus instead on small incremental steps that you can achieve today, where you are and with your current capabilities. The underlying foundations of Kaizen state that there's no magic bullet that's suddenly going to make your life better or change your life, right? And that's true, right? I mean, we're all looking for that magic bullet. We always are looking for that. Me too. I'm always looking for it. But there really is not one out there. And the sooner that we can realize and embrace this, the sooner we can actually start improving our lives in meaningful ways. So change is hard. And it comes through small steps taken every day. It comes through continuous improvement. It's not an overnight transformation. So the Kaizen method is a process, not a goal. It's not something that you ever really achieve because it's just something you commit to doing every day, right? It's just part of what you do every day. It's not like you're going to achieve the Kaizen method. But once you reach a specific goal, Kaizen thinking can help you maintain your results or secure new goals, right? Work for whatever comes next. So some examples of Kaizen in daily life are like, if your goal is to write a book, the Kaizen application would be you write one paragraph a day. If your goal is to lose weight, the Kaizen method would be eat one bite less. If you want to run a 5K, then the Kaizen method would be go for a 10-minute walk outside. And if you want to quit smoking, it'd be smoke a half a cigarette less. You know, if you want to meditate for 20 minutes a day, it'd be like meditate for a minute. And a cleaner home, set a timer and clean for 5 minutes. You know, if your goal is to read more books, then the Kaizen method would be read one page. Save $500, so that it would be save $1. You know, communicate more with your spouse, it would be give a compliment during the day. But each of these examples are meant to be improved on every day in some small increment that would lead you to achieve your objective. So, like, for instance, in the reading the book, it's not like you're just going to read one page a day for the rest of your life. It's going to be that you're going to increase by one more page a day. Or it could even be increased by a paragraph a day so that each day you're getting better and better, right? And, you know, same thing like with that cigarette. If you smoke one half less cigarette today and then tomorrow you smoke another half less, that would be one full cigarette, right? Eventually you're going to give up smoking. So if you find that you're still falling behind or you're experiencing anxiety to move forward, try a different method. You know, listen to an audiobook for a minute or reduce the step to be even smaller. So decrease that one page to one paragraph, like I said, and then gradually work your way from there. But the key is to continually seek to make progress, small, tiny increments of progress, and they expound on each other. You know, they just compound. They compound on each other. So there's a quote that I remember from an inspirational speaker, and sorry, I don't remember who said it or who I heard it from, but he said, success isn't owned, it's rented, and rent is due every day. So if you want to succeed, you have to do the hard work every day. So you might as well make it that hard work part of your daily habits so that when it becomes who you are and what you're doing in the process, right? So incorporate Kaizen into your life on a daily basis. Look for any and all areas where you can make tiny changes towards improvement. You know, these small efforts are going to add up over time, and they're going to contribute to you becoming the person you want to be with the success that you want to have. Hi, Florence. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Thanks for being here. So, hey, now I want to hear from you. Have you heard of this Kaizen method? What are your thoughts about it? I would love to hear. Please get below in the comments and share with us. And thanks for being here with me today. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.